Students, so today we will be learning a very new lesson from your English, that is the ninth chapter of your English, that is Ode to Autumn. It is written by this John Keats. I think you know who is John Keats. He is a very famous romantic poet who died at the age of 25, at the very young age, because 25 is not a big age, right? It's a very young age, and at the age of 25, by writing this poem, this was his last composition. He has written this poem and he passed away. So this Ode to Autumn, what it is trying to say, you see, this is a very beautiful poem, because you see, in as you just come to know about the name of the poem Ode to Autumn, you basically, a small idea comes to your mind that it is related to some season, right? So it is related to autumn season and spring season, this poem. So, and even you see, John Keats was a romantic poet, so he basically writes romantic poets, and even though he writes poems, those are based on natures. So when he write those poems which are based on nature, it's almost about its beauty and its environment, okay, and what inner peace it gives us. Nature gives us inner peace, right? As many times we have read earlier also, okay, you have to observe nature very closely. So here what it is trying to say, you see, the poem is basically divided into three stanzas. So I will be letting you know slowly and gradually. So you see, the first stanza, John Keats starts as addressing the autumn season. Now you see, first of all, we need to know what is an autumn season. So you know that in the autumn season, usually the trees shed their leaves, right? The trees shed their leaves. So what is the poem telling about, you see? Describing the autumn season and abundance and its intimacy with the sun, with whom autumn ripens fruit and cause the late flower to bloom. So in the first very stanza, the poet is giving us a very clear and a small idea by this line, is that, you see, in the winter season, the heat of the sun is not much strong. So on that basis, what happens, the fruit that grows in the trees, it doesn't get ripened. So this mango, take an example of this fruit mango, it grows basically in the summer season. Why doesn't it grows in the winter season? You find tastier mangoes in the summer season, because the sun's heat, it makes the fruit in the tree to get ripened, and when the fruits ripe, we can eat it, right? We feel very tasty also sometimes, this mango. So you see, the poet is basically trying to say that in the winter season, means in the autumn season, the sun, it breaks the intimacy means the connection with the autumn season. It breaks the relation between the autumn season, okay, the relationship that they two develop, take them to as a two person, they breaks it. So we do not get tasty fruits, or the leaves also, they share their trees also, they share their leaves, right? So there a kinds of breakup comes up in between them, okay. And the poet is also telling that the fruits will does not also ripe in the summer season, in the winter season, so as because of this autumn season. Next, it is in the second stanza, the speaker describes the figure of the autumn as a female goddess, often seen on the granary floor, on her hair soft lighted by the wind, and often seen sleeping in the field, watching a crider press, squeezing the juice from the apples. So again, the poet is telling that in the autumn season, as the trees shed their leaves, the same way in the winter, in the summer season, meaning the spring season, what happens? The poet is describing these seasons as the goddess, as a female goddess, okay, who waits and who just waits. Suppose you can take an example of a brook means a river, who waits near the river side for a better season, so that the fruit grows in the trees, and she can make a juice from that fruits, and she can eat it, okay, she can drink those juice. So John Keats is just comparing to the seasons. You see, in the spring season, new leaves comes out in the trees, there are many kinds of fruit that comes out in the trees, okay. And in the this winter season, what happens, trees, there are some fruits like oranges, but those fruits, it doesn't comes out, doesn't grows in the summer season. So the poet is just giving us a little bit of example of these two seasons, right? But you see, both the seasons, according to the poem, are beautiful in their own way, so you cannot deny nature's beauty, okay. In the spring season also, in the winter season also, both the season that gives us inner peace and inner joy. First of all, the thing is that you have to observe how what it is trying to describe. Seasons describes many things, but we need to know, we need to learn that, okay. In the third very stanza, the speaker tells autumn not to wonder where the spring has gone, but instead to listen her own music, all twilight the small gans hum, and the river swallow or willow trees. So you see, what happens during this this autumn season, Okay, during this autumn season, the trees also they become very sad. The poet is comparing them that they becomes very sad because you see, we always like to wear clothes. So just take it as an example. We always like to wear clothes. Those are very expensive, very good and branded type, right? So we don't like to wear clothes which are torn from here, and all over your body. So usually poor people wear that. But even though the poor people also have a desire of wearing good clothes. Okay, so here the poet is telling that in the winter season, so you see, if we do not wear good clothes, do not have good food, so we become obviously very sad, right? So the same example the poet is addressing here to the autumn season and as well as the spring season. In the autumn season, the trees, the environment, the entire environment, the mother female goddess, means who is the female goddess the described in the poem, they become very sad looking at the trees. Why? Because you see the trees shed their leaves and they almost look quite nudes. Okay, it doesn't looks good. Okay, so this is the poet telling here that when there are new leaves growing on the trees, its branches are covered by the leaves and it looks so beautiful. But in the spring season, autumn season, everything shed their leaves, but in the spring season they look so good. So the poet is telling that to the autumn season, just have some patience, try to enjoy what you are having, because in your life you see there are some moments, happy moments, there are some sad moments, each and that there is a wheel that it moves, so that happy time comes and sad times also come. So the poet is telling to the autumn and the spring season, to the autumn season basically, that wait for the spring season, wait for that happy season, have some patience and try to enjoy this season, right? Because it has also got some beauty. You may look bad, but maybe in some way or the other you are making someone else happy by the fruits that you grow in this season, right? And when the trees they shed their leaves, those beautiful leaves, when it falls in the ground, it also makes a very beautiful scene, right? In the roads get covered with leaves, with different colorful leaves. As you can see, the many pictures are there in the net also. As you type it, you can get it. Okay, so this is the poet basically telling that you see in human being lives also there are some happy moments, there are some sad moments. So whatever you are going through, and try to enjoy that. Do not long for that, when will it go, when will it not go. Everything changes in times to time. And when everything, there is another thing that you see, do not ever get, when you get fail, do not even ever get disheartened. Disheartened means that whenever you fail, you try to learn something more new, you get a strong willpower so that you can learn something more better. And the next time when you try that thing, you come up as a person with a more and more determination. Okay, and you try to improve yourself the more than you were as previous. Okay, so this is the poet basically telling in this lesson in Ode to Autumn. He is longing for the spring season and the autumn season he isn't likes, but if we observe the beauty of this environment, we can find that each and every season, each and every time is beautiful to nature. Just it has to get observed and it has to feel the inner peace. Thank you.